All right, quick draw does not take shootouts, rabies, or forensic science very seriously. The Western Improvised Western Comedy series, which returns to Hulu for a second season, they really just try to find the funny in the lawlessness of a small Kansas town circa 1875. I'm so happy to welcome part creator and star of the show, John Lear himself. John, good morning.
Good morning. That sounds impressive, doesn't it? Creator, star. I had to make the show because nobody would hire me.
So, I mean, this is clearly why you get paid the big bucks then, John.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
John, the synopsis is too funny. This series follows the Harvard-educated sheriff, John Henry Hoyle, which is actually played by you, who relies on kind of this 1800 forensic science to really just fight crime, right?
That's right. You said it perfectly. It's a comedy Western, and there is a CSI element to it because I play this pretentious Harvard grad who will tell you he went to Harvard in every conversation, just like a lot of Harvard graduates do.
So what, are you calling people out? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to Harvard. We're going to do a screening at Harvard in September, I think. And yeah, I'm going to let them know. You guys, don't you think that's true?
Oh.
People who went to Ivy League schools.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know a few.
It just happens to come up. Oh yeah, I went to Harvard. Okay, thank you, thank you. Good to know.
Yeah, every sentence. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I went to Harvard. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so where in the world did you come up with this idea? I've watched a little bit of it, and it is hilarious and brilliantly funny.
Thank you. Yeah, we were just surprised because when the show came out of the gate, the show kind of just caught on, and we immediately saw that on Facebook and emails and on our websites, and we were kind of like shocked. You know, we do kind of an interesting style of comedy. The show is entirely improvised. We write scripts, but the actors never see the scripts. They just show up on set. We give them just enough information to start, and then they go. And this style, we're big fans of, you know, Monty Python and Blazing Saddles, and I'm from Kansas, so I had been wanting to do a Western for a long time. I mean, you know, comedians don't get to shoot guns a lot or ride horses, so I was like, well, let's just make a show where I can do that.
And I read that it was all improvised. I think that's so great because it's this spontaneous dialogue, and it doesn't necessarily have that, you know, that typical setup, that punchline joke that these traditional sitcoms really have that we watch.
Stephanie, we would like to hire you as our publicist because that's exactly what we're going for. You know, we just want to create a, you know, one of my all-time favorite movies was Spinal Tap, you know, and that show was largely improvised. And I just love that, you know, when you're friends and you're with them and somebody says something that's totally hilarious, you guys all die over it, but when you try to tell somebody else what happened, it's not as funny. That's the kind of humor we want. Stuff that, you know, you get it that first time and it's just like, oh my God, where did that come from?
Well, and what's even cooler is that these funny plot points, I mean, it sounds like fiction, but you actually do find inspiration in history books, don't you? Some of it's true.
You would be surprised at how much stuff is historically correct in the show. A lot of the characters, you know, Pearl Star, who plays my stepdaughter, but also little things like, you know, a steam-powered vibrator, for example, was historically correct. It treated hysteria in women back in the day. This season, a character gets bitten by a rabid dog, and the treatment back then was just to tie them up. And wait, you know, there's lots of stuff like that where you're like, wow, we must put that in the show.
Yeah, and when I was watching, I found myself just kind of really appreciating the age that we live in today, because if that was the kind of treatment back then,
it was not an easy time at all, especially if you were a woman, or if you're anybody but a white Christian man. It was tough, really tough.
And I mean, improv is nothing new to you either. I think a lot of people actually know you as the original Geico caveman, maybe in over a dozen commercials.
Don't you recognize me, Stephanie?
Of course.
Yeah, I was in over 25 spots. I mean, most of the spots that you remember from the Geico Caveman, I was in. It takes like 3 hours to put the makeup on and an hour to take it off, and it was a fantastic gig. Thank you, Geico. Loved it.
Well, I'll try to get my producers to pull up a side-by-side here. Yep. I think I can see it. Yeah,
it's pretty weird. The only person who could recognize me was my daughter. My daughter, who's now 8. She was very young at the time and was like, and saw a picture of the Geico caveman and said, "Daddy," which shocked me because the only thing that's mine are my eyes. I mean, everything else is glued to my face.
That is absolutely hilarious. Too funny. Well, this is so funny. We're excited to see it. When and where can people tune in to really just see you in action?
It's already there, season 1 and first 2 episodes of season 2 at hulu.com. You can watch for free on your computer, so, you know, check it out, please.
Well, congratulations, John. I know the show has been really successful so far, so I don't get a chance to watch too many shows, but this one I'm certainly going to tune into. It looks fantastic.
Thanks, Stephanie, and the job offer stands. So just let me know.
I'm ready to sign. I'll have my people call your people.
All right, thank you.
We'll have more on our website. Just go to fox4morningblend.com.
Oh, no. You're not going anywhere. You're staying right here, where she belongs. Our eyes are 2 of our most precious possessions. Up next, how you can protect them and wake up with better vision. Literally. Stay with us.